Imagine inheriting a name, a legacy, only to cast it aside entirely. A name that represents your heritage, but also something you deeply resented. What could drive someone to completely disown their given identity? Well, when it comes to the Dark Lord, Lord Voldemort, the answer is a resounding no. He absolutely never accepted his Muggle father's name, Tom Riddle. In fact, his rejection of it was a pivotal moment in his transformation into the most feared wizard of all time. This powerful refusal stemmed from several deeply personal and ideological factors. His mother, Merrippy Gaunt, was a pure-blood witch, a direct descendant of Salazar Slytherin himself, but she was abandoned by his wealthy Muggle father, Tom Riddle Senior. Merrippy tragically died in a Muggle orphanage shortly after Tom Jr. was born, leaving him to grow up without any knowledge of his magical heritage for many years. When he finally learned the truth, he saw his father as weak and contemptible for abandoning a witch. He also viewed Merrippy's death, and his own existence as a half-blood, as a humiliating consequence of this union. For Tom, the name Riddle became a painful reminder of his Muggle parentage, his perceived abandonment, and what he considered a shameful weakness in his family line. His ambition and his growing obsession with pure-blood superiority simply could not coexist with a name that linked him to the very people he sought to dominate. Understanding this profound rejection helps us grasp the core of his dark philosophy. It highlights why he pursued pure-blood supremacy with such ferocity, viewing Muggles and even half-bloods as inferior. For him, discarding his father's name was more than just a personal preference. It was the first crucial step in constructing a new, powerful identity entirely separate from his humble and hated beginnings. It shows us that his path to becoming Lord Voldemort was a deliberate, calculated severance from his past. This self-reinvention wasn't a secret. At Hogwarts, as a young man, he painstakingly crafted his new identity. He took the letters from his given name, Tom Marvolo Riddle, and rearranged them to form the ominous phrase, "I am Lord Voldemort." This clever anagram was a declaration to the world, a powerful symbol of his absolute break from his Muggle lineage and his embrace of a terrifying new persona. It signified his sole allegiance to his ancient wizarding heritage through Slytherin and his profound contempt for anything else. This act of renaming himself was a dark ritual, a complete erasure of his past that set him firmly on the path of becoming the Dark Lord. Ultimately, Voldemort's categorical rejection of his Muggle father's name and his subsequent creation of the name Lord Voldemort wasn't just an act of defiance. It was a fundamental act of self-definition that fueled his ideology of pure-blood supremacy, his relentless pursuit of immortality, and his ultimate campaign of terror against both the wizarding and Muggle worlds. It shows us how deeply personal history can shape even the most formidable villains, making his motivations clearer and more chilling.